6 days, 8 hours left of the transfer window this summer. These are the hot stories that are going around at the moment. We're going to go through the ones that could potentially be blockbuster transfers, really helping the teams buying them, and we'll give our judgment on them here on Adam FC, and the ones that are pretty much done and wrapped up. To keep you all up to date with everything that's going on, let's start with any potential out-of-the-blue transfers that have just come about, starting with Liverpool. Ismaila Sarr. Obviously, Minter was their target from Brighton, but Brighton have been talking about the 80 million mark, and it looks like Liverpool have walked away. He's currently injured and not training at Brighton, but Liverpool are looking elsewhere now, whether that is to pressure Brighton into selling. We know as a negotiating team and club, Brighton are quite hard to deal with, and anything that Liverpool do to try and push Brighton into a corner won't really work. So have Brighton priced Minter out of a move to Liverpool? Because Liverpool now, according to Romano, according to Ornstein, are looking at Ismaila Sarr at Crystal Palace as an alternative. Now, of course, the big one for Liverpool would be Bradley Barcola, but that has gone really quiet at the moment and nothing is happening. They obviously already have Munoz in, another winger coming in, and there are reports that Barcola is still wanted by Liverpool. It's a strange window for Liverpool and are right down on the net spend at the moment. Is there a blockbuster finish? Ismaila Sarr doesn't really hit the same mark as some of the transfers from last season, let's be honest, but a good Prem proven player rather than risking it like a Florian Wirtz last summer. Well, that's where Liverpool are going with this one. You could also argue the point that Kirkes was a Prem proven player. He didn't quite work out. Lots for, obviously, Andoni Iraola to still get right at Liverpool. Transfer-wise, I don't think Liverpool fans are happy at the moment, and I don't think this one is going to be one to get them off the edge of their seat. Moving on to Chelsea. Chelsea's biggest issue isn't the front line. Obviously, Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers, João Pedro, all starring in that game against Fulham the other night. But their goalkeeping department, Sanchez isn't the goalkeeper Chelsea are going to go far with. Let's just say that. But breaking news today, and it has only just dropped today as well, the 26th of August, Emi Martinez representatives, intermediaries have contacted Chelsea over a potential move. This would make so much sense, and I'm going to be honest right now, looking at Chelsea, the way they're playing, the lack of games that they've got to play, the big squad that they've got, they're getting rid of all of the dodgy players out of their squad like Garnacho and Delap and filling it with absolute quality. To bring in someone like Emi Martinez right now would put Chelsea right up there as one of the favourites to get top four, 100%. With Alonso at the helm, their issue has always been goalkeeper. They haven't really invested well in the goalkeeping departments over the last few years, and Emi Martinez at 33, yes, he's past his best days, but twice the goalkeeper that Robert Sanchez is. And this would be an absolute blockbuster signing, I feel. Not because of the transfer fee, not because of the type of player, not because of his age and anything like that. I mean, 33-year-old goalkeeper, normally you're thinking there's just a reserve keeper. But that's how important the goalkeeping situation is at Chelsea. They need a goalkeeper. Emi Martinez would take Chelsea to another level again. I think would be one of the signings of the summer. And that's how good a goalkeeper Emi Martinez is, as we know. Kind of highlights, though, how poor Robert Sanchez is as well, though, doesn't it, at the same time? Moving on to the next one. And one move that could potentially happen, as we have known. Obviously, we're going to talk about Bouaddi going to City as one of the done deals in a moment, but the Enzo Fernandez to Manchester City, again, contacts are being made, and it is looking likely now, with City moving on several players, that they are going to make a move for Enzo Fernandez. This would be one of the biggest of the summer. Again, another transfer over the 100 million mark, taking City's total to midfield rebuild within Elliot Anderson, Ayoub Bouaddi and Enzo Fernandez to well over 300 million spent. On average, £100 million a player in that midfield. Enzo Fernandez obviously would be a big loss to Chelsea. Do they then go into the market themselves? We will see. But that is another one that could obviously potentially happen in the next coming days, because City are putting pressure on now, because obviously they are selling players and have got room and money to spend. Before we get back to the video, I want to talk to you about something that's really impressed me. Look at these transformations. Oh my days. Michael Owen, £40 lost on his plan. Anita, £60 more lost on hers. And Linda, £50 lost on her Oxford Natural plan. Let's make it clear, and I'm going to tell you this from my own experience, you have to put the work in yourself. You have to want to make these changes and healthier changes in your life. But people have kept asking me, since working with Oxford Natural, what is the difference? Why do day and night supplements with Oxford Natural make such a big change? Well, that's because normal supplements only have one ingredient. Oxford Natural's Optimum Day supplements have 7 different ingredients in them. Ingredients like citicoline to help mental clarity, green tea extract to help metabolism. And when your day is over, Optimum Night supplements kick in and give you an extra 6 ingredients like ashwagandha to help deal with everyday stress in life, lavender to give you a better sleep quality as well. Both supplements combine together to the ultimate 24-hour system to help you through your day. If you're thinking it is time to make a change, click on the link in the description of this video or scan the QR code on your screen to get 70% off your first order when using promo code AdamFC. Now let's get back to the video. Onto the deals that are all but confirmed pretty much over the line, as we know, and get your comments in on these and rate these transfers in the comment section, please, everybody. Obviously, today Manchester City have announced Bouaddi. He's been talking for the first time on their channel and saying that he is excited about coming into the Premier League. It was a easy move for him to make when you look at Manchester City, blah, 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 all of the expected comments that you would hear players when signing for a new club say. But Bouaddi, I think he's a good signing, Bouaddi. I like the player. I think he will fit in at Manchester City. It just depends who plays alongside him. Ideally, at the moment, if you're looking at City, you're thinking Elliot Anderson, Bouaddi. But what if they do sign Enzo Fernandez? Does that put Bouaddi back onto the sideline? Interesting to see that develop. But 85 million for that one. One of the signings of the summer has been obviously what Sangare moving to Brentford and what Brentford are doing. The great start against Spurs. They've doubled down again and bought even smarter, it would seem, with a move for El Hadj Malik Diouf from West Ham, 40 million. That is now agreed with them. So Brentford moving as well, spending quite a bit of money. 2 big signings for them, 45 million for Sangare and obviously now Diouf through the door as well. 85 million on them 2 players. That's a team that's organised. That's a team that's structured and knows exactly what it's doing, well drilled, and they're bringing in very, very clever players, all that fit within the ethos and what Brentford are made of. So Brentford spending big again. Credit to them. Their structure and the way that club is run is fantastic. So good signing, I think, Diouf. I think he fits perfectly at what Brentford are doing. Safe signing as well for them, and I think money well spent on a player there that is clearly Prem proven and comfortable with what is coming his way as well. Omar Mamouche leaving Manchester City. We mentioned how Manchester City are making these moves in the transfer market. Bouaddi through the door. Obviously, they're looking at other wingers, other forwards as well. But the midfield area, you've got Omar Mamouche, who is now on his way to have his medical at Spurs. 60 million for him. Is he worth that? Is he going to be a good signing at Tottenham? He might thrive there. Is he a big enough type of player for Spurs to go in alongside Dominic Solanke? Spurs' spend is hitting the heights of nearly 400 million the way it's going at the moment, and they're not stopping there. But Omar Mamouche is set to follow. Obviously, Savio, who was signed from Manchester City as well. Massive spend from Spurs. Unbelievable what's happened with them this summer, but that is done as well. Then Gonzalez, obviously leaving Manchester City as well. Nico Gonzalez is heading to Newcastle. That's 50 million more. When you think about what Manchester City have done, how much they've actually sold, like just in that midfield area alone, paid for half of their rebuild. And you talk about Omar Mamouche, like Manchester City are talking there nearly over 200 million in player sales on top of what they've spent. Very, very good business for Manchester City so far this transfer window. And I think they're leaving everybody today for dead in terms of the value they're getting for players and what they're bringing in. I think they're all upgrades so far for Manchester City. Elliot Anderson is. I think that obviously Bouaddi is as well. When you're talking about Nico Gonzalez and Tajinji Reinders, Reinders who are leaving, then clearly them two are obviously an upgrade. If they bring in Enzo Fernandez, then, well, yes, that is Manchester City getting rid of the likes of Reinders, Gonzalez, David Silva, Rodri, 4 big midfielders gone. But the rebuild is well and truly underway with Manchester City, and that's bringing in Bouaddi, Elliot Anderson, and Enzo Fernandez by the look of it. That pretty much is you fully updated on everything going on right now. Rate them signings in the comment section below, everybody. That is your transfer update done here on Adam FC. We'll keep you updated as the big deals come through. Please, of course, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to Adam FC for more football updates in and around the Premier League. I'll see you in the next video.